USC, Minnesota. This is another game that SC cannot take lightly. I said that with Michigan, Wisconsin, LSU, saying it now with Minnesota here. And I say that despite their 2-3 record, how they played against Michigan, that's why I feel the way I do. And I'm sure a lot of other people do too. They played a game very similar to how SC played Michigan. Minnesota, they didn't play well in that first half, but they had a much better second half, and had a call or two gone their way, they could have won the game. So even though they didn't win, we know that they can play a team until the very till the very end of the game, and have a chance to win. So that's what I look at. And for SC, there's still a lot of questions. Yes, they're 3-1. They're ranked number 11. But even if they were 4-0 in the top 10, win against Michigan, we would still have the questions we're having right now. We would still be talking about the offensive line needing to protect Miller Moss better. He's taken a lot of hits, and it's great he keeps getting up and making big plays. But how much more of that pounding can he take before he potentially gets injured or misses a game or multiple games? We don't want that to happen, but we just need to see better performances from the offensive line. With the receiving game, it's great to see Jacoby Lane and Deuce Robinson really, really step it up, as we saw against Wisconsin. But we're still seeing a lot of drop passes. We're still waiting to see, let's say, Zach Branch show his full potential. There's injuries with Makai Lemon and tight end Lake McCree, who was the leading receiver up until his injury. And so the team isn't fully healthy on that side of the ball. But then also on the defensive side, while we've talked a lot about the improvements that they've made, and they have, there's still questions with the run game. I mean, SC has made good adjustments in the second half, but if we're looking for a complete performance from the team, then we'll need to see better, better defensive line play to stop the runs and stop those big runs, because it just felt like in games with Michigan and Wisconsin, at least in those first halves, the lines of those teams had dominated. And with Minnesota, while they may not, I don't see them, totally at the same level as Michigan or maybe even Wisconsin, but close enough to, again, that SC can't take them lightly. I think, observing more of this Big Ten style of play, we are seeing a lot of they focus a lot on the run, and if SC can stop the run against those teams, then they can stop a lot of Big Ten teams. And I think the way things are going, the way the recruiting's getting a little bit better, if the coaching staff can all stay together and this defense can continue to develop, they're going to be a really strong group. And even going into next year, a lot of Big Ten teams might not have the same success that they had this year running the ball against SC. But as of now, there are still some questions, and Minnesota, they'll have their chances to make some plays there, I think. Now, I know through a lot of this video, I've been more critical of, or not say critical, but just kind of looking at these sorts of, say, negative aspects or parts where maybe SC isn't always, hasn't been the best at. But that's just because I feel this game isn't going to be a blowout for the Trojans. Again, it's easy to look at a 2-3 record and look at SC being ranked number 11, but we know, don't let the numbers fool you, or don't let the rankings and all that stuff fool you, that SC has to bring their A game. And I just feel that USC will win the game, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be, you're really going to be feeling like you can kind of relax knowing that SC has got the win until probably late in the game. I feel like they'll they'll have the lead, but then maybe Minnesota will come back and tie. Have the lead, Minnesota comes back and ties. Or maybe then SC, gets maybe a 10-point lead. Minnesota comes back with a touchdown at the end, and now you just have to hope that SC can, in the final minutes of the game, they can, get some first downs. Minnesota's going to try and, call some timeouts to stop the clock and hopefully get the ball back. And then SC runs the ball, runs out the clock and gets the win. That's how I feel this game was going to go. So I see USC winning this game 31-28. And I was talking about it before. They could be up 31-21, and then Minnesota comes back to 31-28, and they try an onside kick to recover and try and win the game that way. But SC recovers, and that's that. So, just my thoughts. But if Minnesota did win, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want them to win. I don't want Minnesota to win, but I do know that they pose a challenge, and if SC isn't fully ready, then Minnesota does have a chance. But I think I will trust that this will be one of the better offenses, or maybe one of the better offenses, if not maybe the best. I don't know who else. If Minnesota's playing Ohio State, then or maybe Oregon, then I would take it back. But USC will be one of the better offenses that Minnesota will face this year, and probably the best one up until this point. So that's where Trojans have somewhat of that advantage, and we'll just see how it all goes, and let's hope for a win for SC. Till then, fight on.